What's up, YouTube? It's your boy JunesEightyEIght, bringing the good, bad, and oh so ugly. No intro today. We just gonna go straight into the video. So, a few days ago, I think about like last week, Facebook, Instagram was down for like a few hours. Like it was a couple of hours. And it was for like a couple of hours, like maybe about 4 or 5 hours. I remember because it was on the 3rd. I think it was like on the 3rd. October 3rd, around that time. I remember because I was out and about around that time. I was figuring what's going on. But anyway, it was down for so long. It was down longer than it normally had been. So I got to thinking, somebody said something, and I thought about it to myself, like, yo, if somebody else said it on, I think Tahir or Patrick said it on Squadcast. It was like, if the internet, so no, it was another comedian that said it. He's like, yo, if the internet was to shut down for like a year, the whole world would be screwed. And I said this a long time ago, that for the people like from my era, from like the early 2000s to where the internet wasn't like as accessible like that, you had to literally go to like the library or go to school, go to school, your school library, or just go to the library after school, or you had to know somebody with a computer, you know what I mean? You can go to somebody who had a computer, to have access to the internet. I come from a word of mouth era. If somebody told you a restaurant was good, you had to take that word for it. If I tell you this Korean barbecue spot was fire, yo, they fire, bro. They always packed on a Friday. They go check them out. You would have to trust my word to go check it out. You would have to be a reliable source for somebody to take you serious. You have to be credible. So, come from an era where D Magazine, that's the big magazine company in Texas, in Dallas. They write about everything from food to fashion to music, everything. There's a lot of magazines like that, but that's the one. It's like if you're making a D Magazine, you are somebody. If you need a doctor, a lawyer, anything you need is in D Magazine. Like any kind of credible thing in the city of Dallas is in this magazine. And that's where, in newspapers, in the news, in radio, that's the only way you got your news. I don't think today's society could function without that. And I'm like, and from a musical standpoint, from a person that creates, that would suck. Like, damn. If your outlet was YouTube, if your outlet was Facebook and Instagram, that's your way of promotion, you're done. You know what I mean? Because everybody goes to Twitter when Facebook and Instagram and Twitter is down. They go straight to Twitter. Everybody goes straight to Twitter. You know what I'm saying? And YouTube down, straight to Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Straight to Twitter. So it's like TikTok, straight to Twitter. So it's like if the internet was to go down for a year, we would have to go back to basics. And what is basics? Word of mouth. Paying for ads in newspaper, for the newspaper to run your ad for a certain amount of time. To run your ad on the radio for a certain amount of time. Paying for TV commercial spots. You know what I mean? Nobody got money for... Shoot, hell, a Super Bowl commercial costs you $1 million. You think you can cough up a few thousand for a TV spot? You ain't got it. Not for that. You know what I mean? And it's one of the things where it sucks. You would have to go back to street teams for music. You have to go back to street teams, paying people to bump your music, to promote you. Y'all remember street teams? Street teams. Local artists, indie artists with street teams. Like, yo, this is my street. Passing out flyers, T-shirts, demos, like passing out CDs for this person. You know what I mean? Luckily, I wasn't doing music at that time, but I remember seeing our rappers pass out their CDs and people just frisbeeing them shits. You give me, oh yeah, I'm gonna check it out. Then throw it on the ground. I seen it. I seen it. You know what I mean? I seen people come to my show, pass out their CD, in the next 5 minutes after the show, they throw their CD in the bush. I don't want this. I seen it. That's the era I come from. It's not this SoundCloud era, not this TikTok and Instagram and Facebook, social media era I come from. You gotta be out there to survive as a creator. And it's not just music, it's food, it's fashion. Like, where did you get that shirt from? Where'd you get that from? Oh, that store? Where is it at? Oh, is it Arlington? All right, I gotta check them out. What's the address? Cool. You have to find a way to find us. You have to like look up in the phone book and find them. Like you have to. All right, where this place at? You gotta call somebody to look it up, or you had to, call them and see where they're at. Like, what's the address? You know what I mean? You had to do that kind of stuff. Put it in the GPS, and they wouldn't even, you know what I mean? It'll be so bad. Like, people are so plugged in that if we lost the internet for like a year, people will be done. Especially musicians. Musicians, gosh, we're screwed. We're screwed. It'll go back. We have to go back to go back to the CD era and pass them out, getting your CDs in stores. You know what I mean? Getting them packaged up, printed front and back covers and printed out and put them in stores or sell them at shows. Selling merch. You can't do it online no more, so you're losing profit. You know what I mean? It's like that, man. It's crazy. Like I was meaning to do this video when it happened, but I forgot. But I looked through my notes and I saw it. I forgot to do it, so I got to do it now. It's like my question to y'all: how would you, if you're a creator or anything, how would you survive if the internet was to go down? Because everybody uses the internet. It's like everybody has the Instagram, everybody has the podcast, everybody has something. Everything is plugged through the internet. This right here, you're on YouTube watching it. You would realize how famous you really are if the internet did not exist. All these social media people who got these big time followers, if their social media outlet ended, you're done. Your popularity, man, you could probably survive off of, oh, I'm this person, I'm here, yada, yada, yada. But outside of your city, you're done. Nobody's going to care about you. The world, I mean, like, your followers, like, you're just going to fade into the background. You know what I mean? It's going to fade. And it sucks to think like that. Like, oh, snap. You know what I mean? But yes, like, you have to go back to basics. Go back to that grind there. Like, where you really have to grind. Like, saying you grinding out ain't nothing. You ain't really grinding if you just put up a post and running an ad on Instagram for 6-7 weeks, paying that to run that ad for God knows how long, to bump your product, and then it's like back to you just gonna do what you gotta do. That little ad will run, that sponsored ad runs until you stop it. You know what I mean? So it's really, I'm talking about going out in the heat, the cold, the rain. When I gotta go out, because if I don't go out, I'm not gonna be on. Oh, that restaurant, that clothing store, that whatever, it's literally word of mouth. I put so many people on the stuff just from the work, because like, I'm labeled the food guy in my group. Everybody call me for the dope food. I watch so much Travel Channel. I watch so many food shows in different cities. Like, yo, you going to what you call it? Yo, check this spot out. They got a dope little spot in that town. Check them out. you know? And, I mean, even with TV, we'll be fine with TV because, you know, TV is like the source, will be the plug. But the internet is just like, yo, it's crazy. And I want to touch on something before I get up out of here because it's on my mind. It's really, 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 really on my mind. I seen a partner of mine make a post. This is just, no, I'm not even going to touch on that. Never mind. I ain't going to do it. But what the question I want to ask you as a creator, what would you do if the internet was down for like, if the internet was down for like 6 months, what would you do? Just 6 strong months, the internet was just down. So you ain't got no 2K, you ain't got no nothing. You just got what you got. And you had to get your news from newspapers, magazines, TV. You know, that's how you got it. There was no internet. All your shows, you literally had to go back to listen to the radio for shows. I really think that the industry, the media industry would be damaged. It would be damaged. Like it would take a big dent. You know what I mean? Just think about that for a second. Facebook and Instagram was down. WhatsApp was down. And people were losing it. People were really losing it. I think I can honestly say that's the most I've not been on my phone. You know, it's kind of like, antsy because you kind of edgy. Oh man, I can't check, I can't post, ain't nothing. You know what I mean? But I think people would be fine. I think people would be, you know, once you start, like, you would have to wean yourself off the internet. Like, you really have to, like, withdraw from it. But you have to go back to basics. And with that being said, I will see you Thursday. Check out my video, my last video. I did a review on the new Halloween movie, Halloween Kills. And I've been reviewing the impeachment American Crime Story, which is a good series. If you're not watching, you need to watch that. It's a good series. It's on Hulu, so you can catch up. It's on episode 6. So if you're watching this and you want to see a good show, watch this on episode 6. You can binge watch it. What's today? Monday. So you can binge watch it. It comes on Tuesday. You can binge watch it all day today and be caught up by tomorrow. So, yeah. I'll see y'all Thursday. Peace.